My great-grandfather used to work in the Greencastle movie house in Greencastle, Pennsylvania as a projectionist. And upon his death, he left to us a box filled with old movie photos that were used for advertisement purposes. This one is from a Columbia Pictures Presents James Dunn in Two-Fisted Gentleman with June Clayworth. This one appears to be a woman injecting a rat with some kind of chemical. I don't know what movie that could be from. This, Opera House, the Three Hicks from the Styx with their musical tricks. No date or anything on it. Just says Three Hicks in the back. Many of these were from the mid-1950s. Oh, here's an advertisement. State Theater, Greencastle, Pennsylvania. This is the movie list for the week of March 1st. I don't know what year this is. But anyway, I have a whole bunch more of these. I'm going to frame them all and hang them on my walls, which are pretty bare right now. That is my great-grandfather, the very last picture on that on the wall there. Anyway, that's not what I'm actually here to show you. Yeah. Well, I picked up a new fan today. This is my first floor-standing fan that I've ever, well, first antique one. This has an interesting story behind it. Well, not really that interesting, but well, here goes. In the town I used to live in, I lived there for about 12 years. So I moved there in 1990. There was an older couple that lived across the street, and in fact, the husband is the one who taught me how to use MS-DOS and really got me inspired into becoming a computer technician. He taught me a lot of neat things, and he was an old ham radio guy, and he used to work on a lot of the radar equipment and electronic equipment from the 50s and 60s and 70s. But anyway, I was over there last night, and I happened to mention that I collected old fans, and I started, I had a couple. There's my 1918 GE. There's the mid-20s Westinghouse. And she happened to mention that she had a fan in the shed that I could have. Now, they had lived in this neighborhood since 1962. And from what I understand, this fan has been sitting in the shed since the day they moved in. I could be wrong. I could be misunderstanding what she told me. So, in all actuality, this fan has been sitting for 40 years, more than 40, 45 years or so, untouched. It was covered by a disintegrated trash bag when I picked it up. It's in very good condition. The paint is beautiful. There's a little bit of rust on the base, but not rotted. It's just the paint is flaked off and it started to rust. The cast iron base is underneath this. The stamped steel base is a cast iron 3-pedestal base. And the cord may or may not be original. I don't think it is, but it's a rubber cord. It's very dangerous. This cord is actually heavily damaged from dry rotting for so many years. In fact, I've never seen a cord like this before. The sheathing is ribbed all the way across. It's just a very unique cord. I've never seen anything like it. Now, the head wire is still cloth, and it's in immaculate condition. The cloth is a little weak. I wouldn't touch it too much, but it's still there. The switch is a little loose. Nothing I can't fix. When I first plugged it in, it started right up. So after 40 years, I'm going to be conservative and say it's been 20 years since it was last plugged in. Fired right up. There's one problem. The oscillator arm was disconnected. There was a screw missing. So I'm thinking, oh crap, the box is all mutilated inside. No, I put a new screw in it and turned it on. The oscillator works great. So I'm going to demonstrate for you this 1940s Robbins and Myers stand fan. Here we go. I started off on low. What you're hearing could be a little bit of bearing noise. But this thing really throws off air. It doesn't go fast, but it sure pushes it out. I'm going to put it on high. The blade's a little off balance, not by much. It still oscillates. I'm going to demonstrate that for you right now. Find a screwdriver here. Should have a couple of them. Here we go. Butter knife. Many of you may know Robbins and Myers as the manufacturer of Hunter fans. Oh, not tight enough. Let's try that again. I need a real screwdriver. Let's see. Maybe I have one here. Let's see. Oh, a Phillips flat blade. There it is. Now, all the casted parts, all the stamped parts are in immaculate condition. No damage. There we go. Give it a good twist. Oscillates nicely. But judging from the style, I'd say this is probably around the World War II era. You see, it looks like a B-52 bomber shell or something like that. Nice old switch. In great condition. I like the style of it. And all the wing nuts are original and in great condition. I'm going to raise it up. See how high it goes. It goes pretty high. You can see this thing come crashing down. Alright, check it out. Not bad. It goes up pretty nicely. Now I bought a new cord for it. It's right here. This is brand new appliance cord. It's not the original, but it's the best I can do. But this thing's pretty high. I like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in the living room or in the bedroom. Put it next to the old TV. That might be nice. Let's see it spin down. It spins down nicely. But I got to replace that cord. That's an electric shock hazard if I ever saw one. But the bearing noise isn't too bad. I did lubricate it. I used regular motor oil. Maybe that was a no-no, but I only ran it for about a minute after oiling it. And I'm thinking of tearing the motor down, clean all the old gunk out of it, and maybe lubricate it some more. For the gearbox, I repacked it with wheel bearing grease, and that made things a little better. But let's see, is there any play on that shaft? I mean, vertically? Well, there's horizontal play, but no, there's no vertical play in it, so maybe the noise is just the stator. I don't know. My Westinghouse has some vertical play to it. The bearing, the front bearing of that fan is gone. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, I unplugged it. Never mind. I'll do that in another video. Well, at my 10-minute limit now, so I'm going to let you go. Till then.